Yeah, so I think like most people in this industry, it all ties back to one person, right? You know who that person is?
Tim Ovens?
Of course. So I was like, what are you selling? You're like, we're selling the hybrid. And I'm like, what's that? And then you explained, and I was like, I need to do that.
Yeah, actually why you joined the Mastermind too.
Yeah, for sure.
You had joined officially a year long because you're like, I've never also joined a Mastermind. I feel like I need to do it because it's a lot of money, and also I feel like it's going to take me to the next level.
I've been to a lot of different conferences like that, but I think for yours it was like the hospitality was great, you know, like there was people slamming a bunch of Guinnesses and like just having a bunch of drinks, having fun, you know, and it's just like that. The first night where it's just very social, it's great.
Yeah. Jordan, what's up, man?
Brian, what's going on?
Welcome, dude. How was this weekend so far for you, bro?
Great. I'm tired now. A lot of information, a lot of connecting with people.
Yeah.
And yesterday I was taking a lot of action straight away and getting it done, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing I love about you, dude. When you immediately were like, what is it? How do I get it? Downloaded it? Okay, I just put the ad up. You guys want to see it? I'm like, that's why he is going to grow and grow and grow.
Because it was like I needed we were doing the flow stuff, right? And I needed a US number. So I just shouted. I was like, who's got a US number?
Shout out to Luke for giving you the US
Luke's
number.
like, yeah. I was like, perfect, let's go. And then I just started to test it. Because the thing is, like, and I've realized this over time, where it's like, you know the information, but a lot of people will take like a couple of days, a week, a month to just test that and to do the first couple of hours. So if I'm like, okay, let's just spend the next hour just to understand this, just to take action. And like what I launched is just like 8-second ads. They're not going to be like, they're not going to print money, right? But it's like, okay, now I have an understanding of it. Then I can go back and I can make changes. I can adapt and take it from there.
Yeah, and at least mentally, you know, okay, I was able to do it really quickly, and now when I do it again, it'll be even easier versus like the gap and the hurdle of like, I'll get to it later. Yeah. So really quickly for you, man, like, why don't you give a quick background, what you do and how you even got started in how you do it in the first place? Yeah, so it's kind of my first podcast, but I'm sure I'll do another where I share the whole thing, but kind of always been in e-commerce. Started off with more like have my own brand, and then we pivoted to more drop shipping. And then like when you're in that industry, cash flow is always an issue. So with like PayPal holds, payment processors, you know, you always got to pay for like stock and ads and stuff like that. So then it was just like, I then just leveraged my skills just to like get more recurring revenue, right? So done that for a while. Then we built some brands for some influencers, and that was like great, but it was also a tough business model because we were doing everything across e-commerce, designing products, launching products, fulfilling them, building sites, email, like we done everything, right? So like we were getting paid good, but it was just like the MRR wasn't too good, just like the economics of the business was kind of just How much were you charging for that?
25, it was between like 10K up front to 25K up front. Then we take a percentage of the gross sales. Okay. There's one business that has done really good from it, Genflow. They do it for like Logan Paul, all the rest of them. Like they've really cracked it. They've done an amazing job. So we tried to just like leverage that when, you know, the influencer kind of economy was like, I know it's still there, but it was like really, really growing, you know? And then on the back end of that, then we realized that like, damn, like all these influencers, all these people, they're just like, when we launch, it's just they're making so much money through email, and email is just like bringing in so much revenue. So I was like, why not just focus on this? It's just like one channel. It's way easier. We can build a team around it. So then we just focused on that. And then that's really been it over the last few years. We've just been focused on email marketing for e-commerce brands. So our company right now is called Email for Brands. But as you know, we're now merging and rebranding to Retention for Brands. Mainly just because like the industry is shifting as well, and it always is. Now AI is here. You know, it's getting more competitive. As you know, advertising getting more and more expensive every single year. So now like before, a lot of retention was just email. Now it's SMS. Now it's physical mail. Now it's WhatsApp marketing. And obviously I'm out here in Miami for the Klaviyo event as well. So yeah, I feel like it's all coming full circle, but you know, it's been like 8 years of a whole lot of stuff, you know? Yeah. But here we are, you know. And you and your company just won the award for #1 email marketing agency in Dublin recently. Yeah, in Ireland, actually. Yeah, so it was Global Email Marketing Company of the Year. So we had to go through like a whole approval process and apply for that. So it was great to get recognized for that, and for the company as well, because that's like our vision, mission, and values is to like become the best in the industry. You know, that's something that we had for quite a while. So it was good to get that. And we're also pushing to generate $1 billion in email sales. We're still going to have that there, but it's going to change a little bit now that that we're kind of rebranding a little bit because there's across more channels.
For those of you who don't know, Jordan just literally, and it still is going through a merger right now.
Yeah, no, I have it. Yeah, so it's be the best, serve the best, help the best. So the goal of that is like there's 3 levels to it, right? We want to be the best. We want to serve the best, which is our clients and the brands that we're working with. And then they're going to then help the best, which is, you know, the people going through like their day-to-day problems and why people are actually buying from brands, right? So we've been working on that, but yeah, there's a whole lot of stuff we have to go through for the merge process, but it's fun. It's a part of the game.
And if you go on their website, like, dude, you guys have worked with freaking Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Like when I saw that, I was like, no way.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. We got to go to his launch party, some of his fights, and stuff like that, you know, so it's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's already a huge name in the space, and on top of the ones you guys are going to continue working with. How did you come across me and my content? Or, like, how did you even, get in my world?
Yeah, so I think, like most people in this industry, it all ties back to one person, right? You know who that person is?
Tim Ovens?
Of course. So, you know, I just love what Sam done, and I think there's a reason why, you know, a lot of people have learned from him because he's just a super smart guy.
Yeah.
So it was from that, but not just from Sam. I think it was when you then partnered with like the whole WeTube thing.
Yeah.
And I bought not the original WeTube offer, but the second
one.
The
Black Friday one?
Yeah, for like $9.97 or whatever. So I bought that, went through that, and I think that's how I first came across you. And then, yeah, so I watched some of your stuff there and obviously became aware of who you were. And then maybe I came across you at some point as well because for our old company, we were running some YouTube ads for like the whole influencer thing.
Yeah.
And there was probably, you know, there's only a couple of guys really in the space and the YouTube stuff. So I probably came across you there as well.
Wow. Yeah. And then we met in Dublin at the Admin in Ireland Mastermind.
Yeah.
And that was a fun time.
Yeah, it was fun. And there's this kind of story to that. I remember I was texting Leighton and I'm like, let's get a good deal here. Because we done it before with Ty Lopez where Ty had this event and me and my friend back at the time, we got a way better offer than everyone else because we're like, oh, it's COVID, you know, we're like, it's a bit of a nightmare to travel, but we will come, but they needed the spaces. It was a London mastermind and we were like, we'll do it for like, you know, like we named the price and the sales guy's like, I can't do that, man. We're, come on, just ask him. And then he asked and we got it.
Yeah.
So I was like too late and I was like, I'll go. I was like, but we're getting a better offer. I'm not paying full price here. And then Leighton's like, oh yeah. And then he's like, nah, man, he's not doing it. I'm like, he's obviously going to do it. I was like, tell him again. We're not going to come otherwise. And then you held your gun. You didn't. And I was like, damn, it's in Dublin. We just got to pay. So we paid full price and we went.
Was it worth it?
It was amazing, yeah. It was like the first time, because I've been to a lot of different conferences. Like the last time I was in Miami was about 7 years ago at Grant Cardone's 10X.
Oh, wow, yeah. A totally different type of event.
And then I went to like multiple of Ties and I've been to some like e-commerce ones and stuff like that. But I think for yours, it was like the hospitality was great. You know, like there was people slamming a bunch of Guinnesses and like just having a bunch of drinks, having fun, you know, and it's just like that. The first night where it's just very social, it's great. You know?
Yeah. And then this weekend, what would you say was your biggest takeaway, if anything?
So right now we're in a weird place because we're merging. So it's like we don't have direct problems in our business because it's going to be a little bit different. But there is certain things.
Like, join forces first.
Yeah, but there's certain things that obviously I'm more focused on now, which is going to be the marketing and a couple of the things around just adding in AI and making sure we're leveraging that. But I can't share a couple of things that were massive for me in the Dublin event that I took away.
Sure,
because so there was 2 main things. Obviously, that's when I was like, hey, Brian, what are you selling now? And because I hadn't really consumed much of your content really before the mastermind, I was just like, damn, I'll go, right? And I was like, what are you selling? You're like, we're selling the hybrid. And I'm like, what's that? And then you explained, and I was like, I need to do that.
Yeah.
So then I went and I built that out, and then, you know, we
That's actually why you joined the mastermind too.
Yeah, for sure.
You had joined officially year long because you're like, I've never also joined a mastermind. I feel like I need to do it because it's a lot of money, and also I feel like it's going to take me to the next level.
Yeah. And then the other thing that I took away from it was the whole traffic light system and the status updates.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of our operations today. So for anyone watching, it's basically just your operations. We do it at a client level where every client will get a green, a yellow, or a red, right? And that was really, really impactful. And yeah, we're using that now every single week, and it's really, really helping. But yeah, like obviously we joined the mastermind, and it's like that. Sometimes you just got to, you know, I remember when we hopped on the call and you're like, I'm like, I'll do it after Q4. We'll have way more cash. And you're like, let's do it now, man.
Let's just do it now.
I have so much resistance.
Yeah. Well, where were you then? You were at like, what? I was like, hovering around what,
Yeah, like 40, 50, but like with Q4, we were obviously always going to get paid more because we get a lot of percentage deals, but we've grown a lot since then, like more than doubled or whatever. So, and we're pushing in that direction now as well. Yeah. So like the main focus this year has been cracking paid ads, which is like a love-hate relationship, you know, where it's like, yeah, this is fun, but then when you look at your P&Ls, you're like, damn, but it's like we were talking about, it's that like lead to purchase window and kind of being okay with that.
Financial modeling as well. Which I'm going to share the sheet with you too. So yeah, it's just a mindset thing, right? Because it's like when you know you can spend $1 and get 1.5, 2, even $3 back, which again, you did get the client from it. So it is proven. It's just optimizing it and making it.
Yeah. And I think in the agency space, not many people do it.
Yeah.
And I've been like pushing way more on marketing now. If you even look at like good old Hormozy, like most of his businesses, he's grown them and got them to the levels because he's running ads. Yeah. Like he's not getting the business to like 3 million like in the first couple of months just off of whatever. Now maybe because he has such a big audience, but before it was just all paid ads. Same as a bunch of other people in this space. Like it's ads, ads, ads. And I feel like a lot of people in the agency space are just like afraid to do that.
Yeah.
You know, obviously if you're selling programs, a lot of people will do it, but I'm excited to really crack it and have good acquisition, but we're mainly going to be focusing on that plus referrals, but you know,
with the increase of price you guys are going to have, it's going to make it way easier too.
Yeah.
Where should we go next? Where should we take the Admin Mastermind next? We've done Dublin. We've done Miami twice now. Where would you go next if you could choose?
So I'm going to say Spain just because I do spend some time there. And I do know that everyone would love it as well, like especially somewhere like Marbella or somewhere like that.
Which I haven't been to Marbella. Yeah. I've been to Barcelona. I've been to Madrid, but I haven't been to Marbella.
But because obviously for the Dublin one, I didn't have to travel too far. It's like I want to go to them all, but also I know I can't go to them all, right? Because you're traveling all the way across the world. And I never regret going to a mastermind, but at some point, like you just want to make sure that like, because like it's great going to them, but then you want to like have a couple of months where you can just lock in and get it done, right? And if I only went to these events, sure, but obviously I got a bunch of other events, like I'm going to Greece now in 2 weeks' time for an event, and then there's some other ones as well. But
it's like Wolf in the Mastermind. He's been to every single event. This is the one he's not been to because he's like, I need to lock in.
Yeah.
I know he's going to be kicking himself from the AI stuff he's missing this weekend, though.
Yeah, for sure. But
dude, where can people find you? E-commerce, D2C brands that want to work with you, retention, and for email and everything.
Yeah, of course. So just go to Email for Brands or retentionforbrands.com. Also posting on YouTube now. It's something that you've made me do. I don't regret it. I'm doing weekly videos there now all year. Yeah. So that is, I think it's Jordan OC is my @ on YouTube. So you can check me out there. There's a bunch of videos on different things. Like my goal with YouTube is not to like heavily monetize. It's almost just to give back to my younger self and just to provide some sort of value with like different videos, different experiences and whatever it is. So, you know, I'm sure you can check that out as well and get connected with me there.
Beautiful, man. Well, Jordan and I are going to go head over to the cigar lounge, smoke some cigars, watch the UFC fights, and cap off an amazing celebration to another amazing mastermind. Wish you were here. We'll see you in the next one.
Amazing.